there, I'm Sue Elvis, and I'm making a video here with my daughter Sophie.
Hi.
We have just left home and we've walked down to our local bush. We've gone down the main fire trail and off on a side track, haven't we?
Yes.
This is very near where we made Imogen's music video that's quite a few weeks ago now, wasn't it?
A couple of months.
Near Christmas. And we thought that we might record a video about sibling rivalry.
And if you hear any noises in the background, that's our dog.
Yes, we've secured Nora to a tree there and we're hoping that she'll stay quiet for a few minutes while we talk together about sisters. Now you've got 3 brothers and 4 sisters, right?
Yes.
But we're going to talk today about your 3 sisters that are closest in age to you. That relationship between you, Imogen, who's 21, Charlotte, who's 18, Jim Rose, who's 12, and you're 14, aren't you?
Yes.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, a lot of people ask me about sibling rivalry. Do you get on? So you tell me about your sisters. Do you get on with your sisters?
Definitely. They're my best friends.
So you're not just saying that?
No, is literal. They're my best friends.
So when I say that we don't have any problems with sibling rivalry, I'm speaking the truth.
Definitely.
So tell me,
Stop making noise.
tell me about your sisters.
Well, as I said, they're my best friends. We get on very, very well with each other, and we're always there to support each other.
So what do you do together?
Well, we work on projects together. We're always talking. We teach each other our own skills.
You're the team, aren't you?
Yes, we're the team.
So you all have various talents, and do you share those talents?
Yes,
You like working together?
we do.
So tell me some of the things that you work on.
Well, Imogen has a YouTube channel where she makes music videos, and we all work on making those videos and putting them up.
So do you all have the same talents?
No.
Well, that's rather handy, isn't it? Because you can share talents.
Yeah, we were very lucky that we all got different talents, but our talents all work together, so we can use our talents to make one mega project.
So do you understand each other's talents?
Yeah, we understand, because most of us have had a try at each other's talents over time. Like, Charlotte likes drawing, and I used to want to be an artist, but that didn't last very long. And we've all done writing like Imogen, but not to the same degree. And Imogen's had a go at video making. She's tried out my camera, even though they're not her biggest hobbies. She's had a go.
Well, she's putting together her own video, isn't she?
Yes.
With your help. So she's learning from you, yeah?
Yes.
So why do you think you are close as sisters?
I think it's because we understand each other and we spend a lot of time around each other, and we actually talk and we get to know who each other is.
So it's always easy working together?
Generally we have no trouble working together because we're used to it and we understand each other so well.
I think that working together with anybody helps bring people closer together.
Yes, you can learn a lot about each other, about what each other likes, a lot from each other from working together. You can also learn a lot about a lot of useful social skills, like how not to argue and how to get along, how to let other people's views go before your own.
Now I saw on somebody's blog in the sidebar the words "one for all and all for one," and it described her family. What do you think about that?
That describes our family too.
Yes, one for all and all for one.
Yep.
I think that's great, don't you?
Well, we're always there to support each other, no matter what.
So you would put your sisters over your friends?
Yeah, I'd rather have sisters than friends, if I'm honest.
So tell me about what other people think of you as a group.
I think they think we're very strange as sisters. A lot of people recently look at us weirdly about the fact that we get on so well.
Let's talk about the parish lunch that we went to last week. And now you were all sitting on the same table, weren't you?
Yes.
I wandered off to have a talk to Dad, who was helping out. And
There was a couple from our parish who sat at the same table as us.
well, they were treated to the Elvis girls, hey?
They invited themselves along.
Wasn't your fault.
No.
Well, what happened while I was gone?
Well, we started acting like we normally do. Like, Imogen was talking about her novel, explaining difficulties she was going through with editing, and we were fixing up plot holes, discussing things, planning things. There was a lot of high-fiving going on, excited voices, and everyone was having a bit of fun.
And what was the reaction from the parishioners?
Well, when we were leaving, they asked us as they were going, "Are you always like that?" And we're like, "Yes." And like, "What happens when you argue?" And we just look at each other and go, "We don't argue." And then they go, "What about with your brothers? Do you argue with them?" And we go, "No, we don't argue with our brothers." Like, "What about your parents?" And we're just like, "Never." And they were like, "How do you learn to defend yourself in the world if you never argue?" And as Charlotte very wisely put it, isn't it better to learn how to make peace and not have arguments than how to defend your own view?
So what happens when you go out into the world? Are you going to argue, and people start to argue with you? What are you going to do?
Well, I think that from not arguing, we learn the skills how to avoid arguments and keep the peace rather than make arguments and try and defend our views.
So is it just by giving in, just listening? What are you going to do in
Listen to
particular?
other people's view and don't be too outright with your own and too full of your own view, and give other people's views thoughts and consideration.
That sounds like wise advice from someone who's 14.
Well, you know where I get it from.
Now, do you feel loved?
Definitely.
So you don't feel like anybody in the family is loved more than you?
No,
So there's no reason to feel that they're your rivals?
definitely not.
Why do you feel loved? How do you know that you are loved?
Well, I feel like everyone's always there for me, always there to support me, and like you will always do anything for us. Like you'll stop doing what you're doing, you'll put us before yourself, and you'll always be there to help us out.
So do you feel that you get enough attention compared to your sisters?
Yeah, we all get even attention.
So
It
that-
always ends up being even in the end.
So there's no reason to get worried about how much attention, how much love you're having?
Oh no, we've never even thought about that, I don't reckon.
Now, sometimes I don't do things evenly, do I? Like, I might go out and I might buy you something from the shops, but I won't come home with something from everyone.
Yes, but you stress out about that more than we do. We don't even think about it.
Well, I don't really...
Whereas like Christmas, you're like, don't worry if one of you has more than another. Like, if it doesn't end up being even, and we're like, we wouldn't have noticed.
But in the general year, it is good that I don't have to think about, oh, I've got to bring something back for everybody, or I've got to include everybody on this outing, or...
It would be too expensive that way.
But everybody gets their turn.
Yeah, it's better to have it that way, and each person has personal time with a parent, because it actually is better to have some personal time than having everyone along sometimes.
So, no such thing as sibling rivalry.
Not in this house.
So, do you think that's a consequence of being unschooled?
Yeah, it's because unschooling is a way of looking out on life rather than an education system.
So do you think you're very fortunate, or would you like to have more friends and, be like most other people?
Never wanted more friends and never wanted to be anyone else.
So you're quite happy.
Perfectly happy.
Do I have favourites?
Nope.
Well, I do actually. I have a favourite eldest daughter. I have a favourite youngest daughter. Because I think you're all very, very special, and you're all very different. All the same in some ways, but different in others.
Yeah.
And you're all individuals. And so each of you is my favourite in a different way. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Well, thank you for talking to me today, Sophie, about sibling rivalry. And if anybody's interested, that wreath over your shoulder there, I don't really know why and what the significance of that is.
It's been in the bush the whole time we've lived here.
That's actually a new one. There's one down on the ground, just down there, that used to be on the tree.
Someone replaces the wreaths every couple of months.
I hope there's not a really sad story connected with that wreath and this piece of bush. That would be, terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But it's a lovely area here, and the dog has behaved herself, so I think we better say goodbye while the going's good. Thanks for talking with me, Sophie.
That's all right.